Greetings everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Nalo, and today we're going to be exploring some different investments that I think are pretty good to make right now as we go forward into CS2 and beyond. So this type of video is actually going to be a monthly series that I'm going to start, and it's because I actually started something in my Discord server which is called Nalo, except instead of an A it's a 4, and essentially it's just 4 different investments that tend to be from different parts of the market that I think are worth looking at. So if you want like the text-based version of this video, then it's available on my Discord server, which you can find in the link below. Anyway, this is the video version for those of you that prefer that. Let's take a look at our sponsor, SkinSwap, and then get straight into the video. This video is sponsored by SkinSwap. So SkinSwap is a marketplace and trading site, and it's got a ton of great features. If you want to swap out some of your old skins for new ones, you can go ahead and use the trades tab. They've got a huge inventory of different items to choose from, but if you just want to instantly cash out your skins, they also have a sell feature that allows you to put your skins in and get paid directly. Or you can even use the site as a regular marketplace, and you can buy discounted skins directly from their inventory. When you use the link in the description, you can get a completely free item, and also SkinSwap offers a 40% deposit bonus. So go check out SkinSwap with the link below. Thanks. Okay, so the first investment that we're going to talk about, and I know this is going to be a little bit of repetition, but it is the Paris capsules. I realize that it'd be very silly for me to make a video like this and then not talk about something that is just so optimal. First of all, from the in-game store at least, they're 27 cents with tax. There's not really any room for them to go higher than that because they are infinitely available. It makes no sense to buy them for more than that price. This is unlike the Paris Hollows, which are not guaranteed drops from capsules, so as a result, Paris Hollows can actually move and get pretty pricey, while the capsules stay at 27 cents. This makes the capsules a lot less risky than the hollows themselves, because you're not dealing with the chance of the hollows being overpriced. There's a lot of people that would probably say that Paris is overinvested, and for those of you that think that, I just want to remind you that that has literally been said for like every single major we've ever had. People always try to push the overinvestment narrative, and it's always wrong. Every capsule, except for the anomaly of RMR, which wasn't actually a major capsule, has been profitable. Even Rio, even Berlin, which both had very poor looking stickers, have still technically been profitable investments if you bought them during the sale. And we simply have enough historical precedent to know that Paris is also going to succeed. Now, there are a ton of Paris capsules floating out there. They have been invested in like crazy, but so was Antwerp, and Antwerp's also been a very successful capsule investment. In fact, the numbers that we have right now for Paris are actually pretty comparable to the numbers we had with Antwerp. So basically all that goes to say is that Paris capsules are a relatively safe move. Now specifically, I still believe that the Paris Contenders capsules are going to be the best choice. The Legends capsule did sort of have a come up, with the Fnatic Hollow and the Furia Hollow starting to perform a lot better, but I still believe the Contenders capsule is going to reign supreme in the long term. It's very similar to the Stockholm Challengers capsule that also had the Mouse Hollow in it, with the second most expensive sticker being the Movie Star Hollow, and in the case of the Paris Contenders capsule, we have the Fluxo Hollow, which is also very comparable to that Movie Star. It just reminds me a lot of that capsule, and as we saw, despite the Stockholm Challengers capsule being pretty lackluster besides the big hits, at its peak it was still vastly more successful than the other capsules from the same major, so that's why I think the Paris Contenders capsule is going to be the best choice. However, I would recommend buying Challengers, Contenders, and Legends, but just preferring Contenders overall. I did a deeper dive into Paris capsules in a video already, so if you want to go watch that, my takes haven't really changed. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the next spots. Alright, now to the much more boring part of the market, case investing. So for September case investments to pick up, there are a few that have their own reasons. For example, I think literally just buying snakebite cases and then flipping them when CS2 releases, and we have all of these people coming to own box cases, those will probably be a pretty profitable flip. I also think Phoenix cases and Revolver cases are good for their own reasons as well, but specifically I want to focus on something a little bit more out there, and that's going to be the Broken Fang case. So why is the Broken Fang case unique? Well, out of the recent iterations of Operation cases, we have the Shattered Web case, the Riptide case, and of course the Broken Fang case. Now in terms of the general overall case, the Riptide and the Broken Fang both have a lot of really good skins that are below the red tier, but the Riptide case sort of falls short when it comes to the red tier. Its coverts are very forgettable. The Broken Fang case, however, has the M4A1S print stream, and this is a lot more similar to the Shattered Web case where it has the op containment breach. So basically the Broken Fang case is similar to Riptide in the sense that its overall case has a lot of decent skins here and there, and the covert tier specifically of the Broken Fang case is very similar to Shattered Web. So basically in terms of micro comparisons between the Shattered Web, Broken Fang, and Riptide case, I think the Broken Fang case comes out on top. Now all of these cases were obtainable in relatively similar ways, and the Broken Fang case happens to have had a little bit better performance than the Shattered Web case at least. This is likely due to Riptide having the nice gamma finishes like the Butterfly Emerald. The pinks are really cool. We have the M4A4 Cybersecurity, that's a really nice super clean skin. The M4A1S print stream is of course the most expensive variant of all of the print stream skins, and print stream is one of the most popular skin types. It's got the op exoskeleton as well, another very cool skin. Overall just a really good case, and one that definitely has pretty tight supply now. Beyond that, there's not really much to talk about. Case investing doesn't really take very much finesse. but go check out the Broken Fang case and see if you agree. Alrighty, third spot. Now this one's going to go to the Control Collection, but more specifically the Control Collection Grays. Really, this could go to a lot of different parts of the Control Collection, but the reason I think the Grays are the best one to recommend is because they are of course cheapest, which means you can get a lot more quantity of them than you could other items. However, if you're a lot more into the play skin investing kind of thing, then of course the blue phosphor, which has been talked about ad nauseum, would probably be better for you specifically. But for those of you that are mostly just interested in the returns and don't really care too much about the appearance, I think the Control Collection Grays are a pretty good opportunity here. Trade-ups are an integral part of CS. They're important as an item sink, and so the Control Collection Grays, especially going into the new lighting system with CS2, and the blue phosphor and Opfade being very hyped items that both look very nice on the new lighting system, the Control Collection in general is probably going to get a lot more hype, but again for quantity investment reasons and barrier to entry, the Grays are probably going to be a pretty good move. The other interesting thing to mention about the Grays is we can't create any more of them. The existing Grays that we currently have are the absolute maximum quantity that we will ever have of them. Anything above the gray tier can be traded up to, which means you can create a brand new blue phosphor that didn't exist before, basically out of thin air. Because the grays are the bottom of the collection though, you can't trade up to them, which means you can't create new ones. So they're completely supply capped. Now of course in the grand scheme of things it doesn't matter as much, because people are always going to prefer the more expensive, nicer looking items, but it is something to note. Now the most popular gray from Control Collection to invest into has always been the MP9 Army Sheen, and that's because it has the lowest float cap, so generally speaking it's easier to get it in lower floats, and it'll generally be more preferred for trade-ups. But really any of the grays will do. The MP9 Army Sheen specifically is just on a micro level slightly more optimal. But yeah, honestly that kind of sums up everything about the Control Collection, so go check it out and see if it fits into your portfolio. And let's move on to the last investment. And a fourth slot that I'm going to make a little bit more of a wild card every month, we're going to look at the Riptide stickers. Now interestingly, and I didn't even notice this at the time, but there's actually two versions of Riptide stickers. There's one that came from the Surf Shop collection, and then there's one that came from just like Riptide sticker collection in general. So yeah, I just kind of thought that was interesting. Not really sure why they did that, because those two collections are very similar. But yeah, just something random that I noticed. Regardless, I think both of those collections are great to look towards, especially for the very long term, since they're both fully supply capped. I can see these in like the super long term being similar to like Wing Diffuser and the Harp of War stuff. Very expensive discontinued stickers that are very hard to get your hands on. In that super long term, what I think sets these apart though is that they look so much better than the Harp of War and the Ring Diffuser and stuff like that. And I'll probably get some backlash for this, but the Harp of War, for example, is not a very good looking sticker. The only reason people even like it is because it's rare. The Riptide stickers in general are a little bit down right now from their peaks. I can see them boosting up again when CS2 actually releases. But yeah, this is a very simplistic one, so here's sort of a rapid fire breakdown of the reasons why they're good. Firstly, supply cap, the operation's not going on anymore. Secondly, they look really nice on crafts. You can see the USP Orion in the video that I own, for example, is a very nice looking tier 6 hollow craft. And most importantly, these stand out among other stickers. For example, with the Broken Fang sticker collection and the Shattered Web sticker collection, those both had extremely lackluster stickers. The Battlescarred Hollow is probably the most notable out of all of those. Riptide absolutely blows them out of the water. There is real actual demand for these stickers because they look so nice and have such nice hollow effects. And yeah, honestly that just kind of sums it up and why I think it's a good area to look towards. Compared to the other spots on this list, I think the Riptide stickers are a more long-term investment, and I think everything else on this list is a little bit more short-term. You'll probably see some pretty significant returns pretty quickly. But yeah, I think that last spot kind of balances out the list. So that's the Nalo or Naforlo for September. If you guys enjoyed or I helped you find your next prospect, be sure to leave a like on the video. Helps me immensely and costs you absolutely nothing. Consider subscribing to the channel for the best CS investment tips anywhere else on YouTube. And check out my Discord server and my Twitter with links in the description below. You can read these investment updates monthly if you don't really prefer the video format with the channel in my Discord server. It's completely free. Unlike the Orange Man, I'm not locking anything behind paywalls. And if you have any further questions, you can always DM me on Twitter or Discord, and I'll answer all your questions completely for free as long as I have time. And finally, check out SkinSwap. They actually have very cheap prices on a lot of items in their inventory. Anyway, see you next time. Peace.